Good afternoon. This is going to be a very similar introduction as in the previous two sessions. Only difference is that Peter Hegyi was written in the other two, and then he gave the presentation. And also the session is different here, of course. I mean, this is urology. So I just repeat some of the slides, but he showed just very briefly. By the way, so my name is Gábor Varga, and I'm a vice director for this Center of Translational Medicine. And then you all very welcome to be here and to be and be very thankful for having the committee and all colleagues, fellows, presenters to be here today. So again, just very briefly to remind those who were here in the morning and those who were here earlier, or to inform those that who have never been here, actually. So this translational medicine, this is clinical translational medicine, actually, what we try to do. And what we do is that we try to transfer already available science to society benefits. And this is really, looks like it's getting through. And our mission is to actually make breakthrough changes in science education and medical training. And again, what Peter explained, and I just very briefly, that the traditional way of translating science is very, very slow. Why we try to accelerate this. And then we, in many ways, actually try to simplify this. And the way as we simplified, and this is actually the concept, the classical concept is that to go from in translation to T0 to T4, which takes actually many years. And instead of this, the concept which was invented, actually Peter and a couple of other guys in Academia Europea, is to make a circle to accelerate this. And there are a couple of really prestigious papers. The last one actually appeared, Peter, again, that he said that not last one, but the last by now, because we will hopefully have other kind of major conceptual papers too. I mean, there was one in Nature, in Journal of Clinical Medicine, another one in Nature Medicine, and then a new one actually appeared just a couple of days ago again in Nature Medicine about the concept of this program. All these informations are actually available in our homepage, so it's quite easy to find. And then I may just jump through on some of these. Maybe not in this one. I mean, this is just a concept. What we try to do is that the Semmelweis example. Since most of those who are here are Hungarians, so they are familiar with this, that what happened actually at the University of Vienna when Ignaz Semmelweis compared just the mortality rate in two different clinics. And in one clinic, that was actually fairly high, and in the other one, I mean here, okay, these numbers, and in the other one, that was fairly low. And then what we figured out is this is actually because the doctors go to give birth to babies just after the autopsy room. And there must be something in between, and then it should be fixed. So a very simple question, very simple data set, and really a breakthrough discovery, which is a very important example, I mean, not only for us, but all over the world for those who are in clinical science. All right, and then now this is what I jumped through, although these are very good examples. Previously we have shown that many times that how we translate actually in our system. And instead I just show some figures about the numbers of fellows who are involved in this. At the University of Szeged, University of Pécs, because Szeged was before. Peter Hegyi moved to Pécs, but so he had actually 37 fellows. Actually, I mean, those are graduated by now. And then that seemed to be quite successful, not only seemed, but that was a quite successful program. So he was invited to Semmelweis. And by now, actually, we have 440 admitted fellows. Drop-off rate is about 20%, I would say. Most of them drops out at early stage, and after that works quite fine. is last year that we have about 90 fellows. And then, again, that started in 2021, and then we publish in places like Nature Medicine, JAMA Pediatrics, JAMA Oncology, even in dentistry, you see Periodontology 2000, impact factor 17.5, but all the others, I mean, in really top journals, and most of the papers are appearing from us in top journals. And this is not a small number, I mean, not just a few one. I mean, so far, in the last 4 years, we published around 420 papers, and then the cumulative impact factor is more than 2,000. The average impact factor is more than 4.8. And this is not just extremes, but all of this, I mean, what we publish is actually are Q1 and D1 journals. So that's very good for the fellows, of course, that's very good for the university. But on top of this, this is not the major aim. The major aim is science to healthcare, as I said. No, I would just jump through on this again, and then just I would like to advertise here, because that applies also our guest too, that, I mean, Peter Hegyi and the group started to organize actually Nobel laureates 2013. And since then, that each year actually we have some fellows. And the next visit is going to happen in the November 25th. They will lecture here at Semmelweis, and they will also lecture at I mean, this is just a list of the people on the right that who were here under the scheme. And the next two guys are Peter Ratcliffe and Shahrukh Shariat, that who will come in November. And then we already fixed the next round in next March when Randy Sheckman, who was here actually a couple of years ago, and then he's coming again. And another famous to-be Nobel Prize winners is Francis Chan. So with this word that I would just pass the chair to Professor Király.